Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. I'm gonna slide that guy over there. This is Monday, December 7th. This is Vlogmas number 7. We are going to hope that we have a lot better luck today than we have had the last 2 days. Holy moly. I did learn something though. If you have someone in your favorites, even though your phone is on Do Not Disturb and airplane mode, their call will come through, just so you know. So, my gosh, that has been something else, but it was Mama. She didn't need anything. She was just, she said, I was wondering if you were coming tonight. And I said, yes, Mama, I'm coming. I'm coming to give you medicine. I got to come and give you medicine, Mama. And she said, oh, I just didn't know if you were going to come. She forgets that I'm coming to give her medicine. She said, I just want you to know you didn't have to come if you didn't have time. And so she just, she forgets that that's why I'm coming. Not just to see, not that I'm not coming to see her, but that I'm coming not just to see her, but also to give her her medicine. So she said, what were you doing? I said, well, I was shooting a video. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I said, Mom, I said, it's fine. It's something I'm doing wrong. I said, I don't know why I have it set so that I can just rush through the video and then upload it, and then your calls come through. So I said, it's something I'm doing wrong. I have to learn what it is. And so then when I called Micah, that's what she told me, was that once if they're in your favorites, it'll let them, I think she said, call 1 time and text 2 times. So learn something. So that's always good when you learn something. So anyway, I've been playing with this little tray, and I got some little things. See how much I had to fill it up. I can never remember what I had in here last year. That's what I should do. If I was a clever chick, I would make a picture of this thing if I ever got it like I liked it, and then put it all together in a bin. And then when I went to put it back up every year, I'd know what was on it. Not being a clever chick, I don't. I just pack things in, I bring bins in, and I use things like, like this tree skirt here is down here. Here's a tree skirt down here because I had some of the Santas. I don't know if you can see, the mantle is nearly finished. But I had some of them kind of wrapped in this. So that's usually what I do. So as things fit and can be wrapped safely together, that's what I do, and which is great for the things, not so great for time management, which of course has never been my strong suit. That's not in my, what is it Mike says? That's not in my wheelhouse. That is not in my wheelhouse. Time management is not in my wheelhouse. But the big tree is up, except the only thing it needs are the these little, I've got these to put on here. I didn't get these put on yesterday. I have those little antique candle clip things. So I've got to put those on there. And that tree's done except for that. The mantle, I think I'm going to put that sampler that I showed y'all I did in the 80s that I ran the thread on that you could see. I may put it up there kind of behind a little bit behind the Uncle Sam Santa so that he'll show off a little bit. He's a little bit dark against that dark woodwork piece right there, so I kind of don't like that. I'm gonna, I think, move my 2 stockings in, and then the kids' other stockings are laying down there. I thought that once my kids were grown, I was just gonna hang up mine and James's socks. But no, at the house I always just kept on, at the other house I just kept on hanging them up. I had you remember the little cheap curtain rods that were real inexpensive, and you use them for like cafe curtains? And they were just a little rod, and they had a little thing like this on the end, and then the little hangers had a little piece like this a bracket like this, and then they just slid down on there. I put one, I don't know, I think y'all be able to see me. Right here. If you, on most fireplaces, there's a little lip under here, and I ran it right there. That way I didn't have to worry about making holes in the fireplace. And my other mantle had the bull nose like this, I think is what it's called, or like it's rounded. So our stocking hangers that we had when the kids were younger, our mantle had a real flat front on the wood piece. And so we had these pewter stocking hangers that held their socks. Well, this one and the one at the other house, they won't sit on it because this one has like this on it, and the other one was just rounded, and they'll fall off like that. So I had used that and run it right under the lip of the mantle, and then I could just undo it, slide all the socks on there, space them how I wanted, and fasten it back on there. It worked perfect. But I didn't do it over here, so I just had hung those two over there on the little hooks that they had left on there from something. These little command hooks. And he was like, Mom, I can't believe you didn't hang our socks up. Oh my gosh. And I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to hang y'all socks up anymore. Santa Claus ain't gonna come here for you. Santa Claus comes to your house. And I mean, they gave me so much grief about it. Of course, I mean, they were just kidding. But so you better know those socks are getting hung up this year for sure. No joke. And I done lost my water somewhere and I'm down to thirst. Oh well. That was the other thing this morning. Annie called. I was getting ready to go see Mommy and take her medicine. I made us smoothies, and she said she's been having trouble getting Daddy to eat and drink anything anyway. And she said, can you bring him some Pedialyte? This is one of those little things off that other pill, and I think I may use it in the bottom here just for some color. I know he's dehydrated. He has a salty taste in his mouth, and he's real lethargic. And I said, well, we've talked about this. He don't want to eat or drink nothing, and he's going to end up in the hospital, and he's going to be real sad when he's in there by himself, and he's going to hate it. So I said, yes, I'll run in the Kroger and get some Pedialyte and drop it off at your house. So I did that on the way to Mimi's. I got there and dropped it off. Of course, Annie is so upset and she's crying because, she loves Daddy better than air. And not that I don't love my daddy too, but he's rotten. And so I fussed at him. I went, Daddy, you're going to end up in the hospital and you ain't going to like it. He goes, well, I just don't want to eat or drink. Nothing, it don't taste good. I said, listen, you ain't eating and drinking because it tastes good. You eating and drinking to keep from out the hospital, okay? So we shall see. I didn't go in the house. I just opened up the door and said, speedy delivery, bling, bling, and set it inside. And then he came in the hallway, and I screamed down the hallway at him. And then Annie came outside as I was driving off because I do think she has a little bit of touch of it. He still hadn't got his test results back. I assume they'll call today because his doctor's office was closed on Friday and he took his test on Tuesday. But I feel like she has a little touch of it now because she's sounding a little raspy. But he's so hard-headed. He is so hard-headed. This little jobber I found at Joann's. It says it's $14.99, but I think I gave like $5 for it. It was so cute. It says walking in a winter wonderland. So I better take that little thing off the back. I'm glad I picked it up sure though, because I'd have been over there washing the dishes and looked at the back of it. That's the thing I like about having this at the sink, in front of the sink, because it goes all the way around. I don't have to look at the back of something ugly while I'm in there doing dishes. This CJ found at an antique store, and it's funny because the snow in here is like one big block. Now it's like a big block in there, but it's it's a real old frosty snow stencil thing. So, and it just barely is going to sit on those things. Is there another bigger one on there? I'd like to raise it up just a little bit, but maybe not too much. Aria Kyle is in there napping. I picked her up from dance today. I thought at first I would call Mike. I was like, hey, I am picking her up, right? And she was like, yeah, why? I'm like, there ain't nobody here. And she said, I was going to say, you know, they don't want nobody really coming in. Everybody goes to Starbucks or something till it's time to pick up. So I was like, okay, I just want to be sure that I hadn't missed her. And she let me know real quick when I picked her up that she needed to go to McDonald's. So, you know, we went to McDonald's, of course. Her needed a little McDonald's. She had been dancing so hard. But I did, they let 1 or 2 people go in at a time. They don't let a bunch of people go in the lobby, but there wasn't anybody else there. So I went on in, and I did get to watch for a minute. So that was nice, because I haven't got to watch all year. So I got to watch dance for a minute. Then do their little, it was ballet. They do tap first, so I missed tap, but I got to see ballet. So that was nice. I grabbed this at Hobby Lobby the other day. I thought that was funny. The Jolliest Bunch of Elves this side of the Nut House, which is, yeah. And I think from Christmas Vacation, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. Watch it every year since it came out. Love, love, love it. I have a t-shirt that says, Seriously, Clark. Are you serious, Clark? That's the best. Serious, Clark? Fabulousness. Okay. That maybe go there. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what I got. I got pine cones here. I've got a little Santa. I've got some tall, skinny Santas. These little guys. Sometimes I put them on the mantles, but this garland hides them. I've got this guy here. I've had him a long time. I've got some Santa mugs. A Miss Santa mug. I've got this Christmas tree. It might go there, maybe. Well, this guy go here. He'll go here. Okay, he doesn't have to be sticking up. I just thought he was cute. This guy has to be somewhere because Aria loves her a hedgehog. So he had to get hedgy. She has to have a hedgie. If there's a hedgie anywhere, she has to have her a hedgie. And so I'll be sure he's out here at the front so she can get a good look at him. And if I was smart, I would grab the scissors that I had a second ago, and heaven only knows what I did with them, and cut this apart, but I'm probably not going to fool with it. I'm probably not going to fool with it, since we're just trying to add some little bit of color on the base there. Tuck that in. And what else? What else? We'll put a little word sign over here. Yeah. Welcome, friends. One little word sign on each side is enough for me. I'm not very word centric. I probably wouldn't put that many if it wasn't, if I could have my druthers. And I need to have this hanging off of something. This belonged to my Aunt Lynn. And Hope, if you watch this and you want it back, it was your mama's. And of course you can have it. It came over in one of the boxes that y'all went through and didn't want, but I know as time changes, you might change your mind and you might want it back. And I will understand completely. There we go. I'm gonna leave him like that. How's he looking right there? Okay. All right, that guy there. Let's see, do I have a little bit there? I just kind of wedge these things in there, and then you can cover up with all these. I have little pieces of picks and things that I jam in there and try to fill things in and fluff things up. And you know what, let's use, since we're going to cover this up, let's use these nicer looking wedges up here, all the way around. And then Okay. What did I have here? Here we go. All right. Okay. And I've been watching the news, and I hope y'all's numbers are, ours went down a little bit the last 2 days, marginally, very marginally. But I will definitely take very marginally over going up anytime. Gladly, gladly take that. So I'm hoping that we're making some headway. Just covering it up too much. That's got to have some more up on here. Right. We've been watching the British Bake Off Christmas ones. I can watch them over and over again too. Those are things that I can just watch over and over and over. I love those things. Absolutely love those. Okay, let's see how we're getting along around here. She maybe need a little riser under her too. How many of these do I have left? I love these little things. They came from Joann's? Michael's? I'm not sure which one. They were like $4.50 though. You get a little bag of them. I have another little bag somewhere that I have using to rise up other things. They're quite handy for rising things up. Also have these little ornaments that the ends have come off of over the years. These are like really, I've been having them around forever. And you can put those in there to fill in gaps. Let's see here. What else? What else we got here? You want him here? That's covering up that so that we can't put much of anything there. I think if he's very tall, we won't be able to see him. Yeah, he's kind of fun there. Okay, who else do we have? We have Santy. Let's see if I can pull this around and cover this up and spread out Santy. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if y'all been getting any stitching done. I've been getting a little done. A little stitching, a little drawing. Oh, you've got to turn the other way. I can't see the face. Dude. Well, your big booty is taking up too much room. Dude. Come on now. Your big booty got to go this way. There you go. As the girls would say, his big booty Judy is not letting him move around right. Okay. All right, that may be all right there. What else do I have? I got this little guy. I don't know what else I want to cram in here. Okay, I feel like I could live with the middle the way it is. Welcome Friends here is fine if it would just behave itself, which it is not of a mind to do. Now back behind, we're probably going to drop these back behind here. These little old Christmas balls, we'll just drop them back there somewhere. Fill in that gap. I've got these little, I grabbed these little old Christmas things here. There's just little old wood looking things that you can wedge in somewhere if you need something. He's too big for there. Something very tiny and very fun. somewhere. He's very small. Very, very small. Okay, I swear I thought I had enough stuff over here. That must mean I've crammed everything in too tight, right? Which I do. I am known to overcrowd. Okay, y'all. What else? Because if I have to pause y'all, I have to go in the garage, and y'all know I can't edit, so we're gonna have to just make do with it right now. We're gonna have to just make do. Okay, we're going to push all this around this way some. And go like this. Okay, I can live with that. I need something up here, like this. Just bending down like that. And then I could put those guys up top like the three wise men if I could keep them from tumbling out, if I could trust them. But I'm afraid that I cannot trust them. Let's see if I can. This is very crowded. I'll probably put some little peppermints or something in there. But I don't know if I can get these three little guys to behave if we put them right up here. And I don't have any wire. I've had these guys for like ever and ever and ever. Like seriously forever. If I can kind of fill them in with the wood back there and keep them from tumping over and make them behave themselves. I'll put that there and then put a little pine cone behind them to kind of wedge them in tight. Because you know who they'll fall out on. They will not fall out on me. They'll fall out on James Williams. You know that's what'll happen. We all know that's what will happen. Absolutely know that's what will happen. Okay, now push this down here. Bend that back a little bit. Quit that now. That has got to sit up there just right because it's barely the right size. I wonder if I flip this guy over. He's bigger. He might be bigger. He may be too big. He's too big. Of course. Let's see if he's a little bigger. We'll put him on the bottom and him on the top. Let's try that. Okay. Well, maybe I did have just the right amount. Okay. All right. I wonder if I can see this with y'all when I'm turning it. If I can pull this way enough that I can we see everything? I'm going to pull it off the edge, not knowing what I'm doing. Okay, so we got the Santa cup on the bottom. Pine cones, and this thing can light up. I just don't usually ever remember to put batteries in it. And then pine cones and greenery. And then we have the three little Santies up top. And the little mouse, I don't know if those are made out of coconut fiber or what. We've got Lynn's tea towel, the pine cones, and the little bitty nutcracker guy, which is actually a place card holder. He must have some friends somewhere, but I don't know where. And we've got the little welcome friends and some Dusty Miller up there at the top. And then we've got, see, this is one to lean forward. Lean back, lean back. The Frosty can up at the top that CJ got me, that old one that says Giant Flakes Frosty Snow, which I adore. It's one of my favorite things. The Jolliest Bunch of Elves, the side of the Nut House. This is new this year, I think, from Hobby Lobby. Hedgie last year, I want to say, came from Joann's. I got him because Ari Kyle loves hedgehogs. She loves her a hedgehog. This guy here, see, he has a crack in him. I've had him $15, $20 years. I've had him a long time. I'm crazy about him. These I decorated the kids' trees with when they were little, these ornaments. I have them in a bin over here. And I just use them. Sometimes I put them on trees, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I put them in glass jars or glass bowls with like just plain glass balls like that, and or pine cones. And so I've got some pine cones in here and the Mrs. Claus, and we've got some frosted pine with the pine cone, and the Walking in a Winter Wonderland that came from Joann's this year on sale. I think it was like $7 or something. It was really good price, so I loved it. So now I just got to decide what I want pointing at me. And of course, it'll be Lynn's tea towel. Lynn is where she's my aunt, my daddy's aunt that's passed, and that's where I got my temper. She's the one what has the temper. And that's where I got that from. I'm gonna push that right over there in front of the sink. And then I'm gonna try to finish up the mantle while Ari calls napping, and get the candles on the tree. And then I have the little tree to decorate and 2 other trees. But I've got the candy station set up over here. The front porch is done. The table's done. So I do think I'm going to move some furniture around tonight when James Williams is here, if I can get him to go for it. We'll see. Sometimes he'll play along with me, and sometimes he's like, no. And you know what that means. I just wait till he goes to work tomorrow, and then I put one side of it on a towel or on the piano dolly, and I just move myself. So we'll just see what he says to me, yay or nay. But sometimes, I mean, and I get it, sometimes he doesn't feel like fooling with it, but that just means that I'll do it myself tomorrow. So I've been moving things myself for a long, long time. So I just do what I want to do, usually. But I think that is going to be probably about it for today. I got all the girls' presents wrapped. I haven't got the others for the big kids wrapped yet. But I don't have to worry about them seeing them. They're not going to go in there nosing around. Kelly ain't coming by. When my kids were little, they would go in there and like slit the tape. My kids were bad about things like that. They would go slit the tape so they could see in their Christmas presents and see what they got, and then they would cut the tape the exact same size and put it back on there. And of course, they'd all cover for each other and not tell that they had done it. So yeah. But, you know, no surprises. I mean, I always said all along, if Jesus is going to drop little angels down here on the planet, he would not have left them with James and Denise anyway. He sure would not have. Because we would not have known what to do with them. We'd have been like, what are we supposed to do with these? What are these things for? Huh? What are these things for? We would have had 0 clues about what we were supposed to do with those little things if we'd got little angels. So we would not have known what in the world to do with them. So we got the little naughties like us, little naughties like us. We used to tell them, we're like, you know, that book y'all think y'all get all these good ideas out of? If you'll flip right to the front, you'll find our names, because we wrote it. We wrote that clever book that y'all get all these notions out of. It was us. Yeah, that was us. That was us. Uh-oh, there's motion at my front door. Let's see. I guess it was a little bird. I don't see anything. Sometimes the birds will fly up there and they'll sit on the wreath for a while and rest. And take them a little rest. There it is, setting the other ring thing off. It makes a little dling sound out there. They'll go up there and sit on the wreath for a while and rest. I guess they feel safe. When I started back this morning, there was a giant hawk sitting on the fence post right there by the road. I thought, uh-oh, some little mouse or something better be real still, because it's about to get got if it moves around right now. I hope it didn't, because that thing was ginormous. Not that it did